Are you afraid to miss out on the next global power shift? Because what just happened could change the world as we know it. In the early hours of this morning, a single digital message quietly appeared on millions of screens. Within minutes, it sent shockwaves across the globe, lighting up newsrooms and social media feeds from New York to Manila. The post appeared on X, formerly Twitter, from its enigmatic owner Elon Musk, a man whose every tweet can move markets. The message was simple: an image of the Philippine flag, $100 billion, and the phrase, "Time for the underdog to have its day." No explanation, just a cryptic promise. Instantly, the world scrambled to understand. Was it a pledge, a provocation, or something else? Leaders in Washington, Beijing, and Manila are holding emergency meetings, urgently trying to decipher Musk's intent. Financial markets in Asia have reacted with wild volatility as investors try to anticipate the consequences. For the Philippines, such a staggering sum could shift the balance of power in the region, especially in its high-stakes conflict with China. For ordinary Filipinos, the promise brings hope for security, prosperity, and a brighter future. The story is just beginning, and the world is watching, waiting for what comes next. To grasp Musk's rumored offer, you must understand the conflict in the West Philippine Sea. This area is a vital artery for global trade and rich in resources. China claims nearly the entire South China Sea, despite a 2016 international tribunal ruling against it. Beijing has built artificial islands, turning them into military outposts, and its maritime militia routinely harasses Filipino vessels. The Philippines, outmatched militarily, faces daily threats in its own waters. Diplomatic protests have been ignored by Beijing. This is the volatile stage upon which Musk has, seemingly, thrown his hat. The arrival of a potential benefactor with $100 billion could dramatically alter the script. Despite overwhelming odds, the Philippines refuses to be cowed. The nation has shown remarkable defiance, earning the title of a determined underdog. Manila has adopted a more assertive posture, strengthening security partnerships, especially with the United States. The Philippine Coast Guard and Navy have become symbols of this resolve, holding their ground against much larger Chinese ships. Videos of Filipino vessels enduring water cannon attacks have gone viral, galvanizing public support. Civil society, academics, and journalists document and protest China's actions, while fishermen assert their rights at sea. The will to defend is strong, but resources are lacking. The Philippines' defense budget is a fraction of China's. The country desperately needs to modernize its armed forces. This is the critical gap a $100 billion investment could fill. Such support could transform the nation's spirited defense into a formidable force. Elon Musk is the ultimate wildcard in this unfolding conflict. His presence alone can shift the balance of power and perception. He's not a statesman or a general, but a tech visionary and disruptor who thrives on rewriting the rules. Musk moves at a pace and scale that governments struggle to match, injecting unpredictability into an already tense situation. Why would Musk care about a maritime dispute in Southeast Asia? His business interests, like Tesla's Shanghai factory, could be threatened by instability. By empowering the Philippines, he creates a counterweight to China, protecting his business and shaping new markets. For Musk, this is more than business. It's a chance to leave a legacy and shape the destiny of nations. The world is watching, waiting to see what ripple effects his next move might unleash. $100 billion is a transformational sum for the Philippine military. The country's entire defense budget is just $6 billion. Musk's rumored contribution would allow the armed forces of the Philippines to leapfrog decades of development. The funds could build a modern navy and coast guard with advanced warships, submarines, and patrol vessels. The Air Force could acquire modern fighter jets and surveillance planes. Coastal defenses could be fortified with anti-ship missiles and drones. Unmanned systems would provide round-the-clock surveillance and strike capabilities. The investment would also build robust command, control, and intelligence networks, likely integrated with Starlink. Training and cyber warfare capabilities would be world-class. In short, it would buy a top-tier 21st century deterrent force. Why would Musk make such a monumental gesture? Strategically, it's a direct challenge to China's rising power and a move to contain a strategic rival. From a business perspective, it's a masterstroke, creating a stable market for his ventures in a key region. Imagine a Philippines powered by Starlink, Tesla, and SpaceX. The defense investment would be an insurance policy for a much larger commercial play. Ideologically, Musk sees himself as a planetary problem solver, fighting existential threats to freedom and democracy. Backing the underdog aligns with his maverick brand. Finally, legacy altering the course of international relations would cement Musk as a geopolitical force. The gamble is whether he can navigate global power politics without triggering catastrophe. Musk's rumored pledge would send shockwaves through every major capital. In Washington, officials would be cautious but quietly intrigued. Musk would be arming a key ally without direct US involvement. China's reaction would be swift and furious, condemning the move and likely retaliating against Musk's business interests. Other Southeast Asian nations would quietly support a stronger Philippines, complicating China's ambitions. Japan and Australia would see it as a boost to their own regional strategies. The international media would be captivated by the Billionaire as superpower phenomenon. The United Nations would be powerless. Its frameworks are built for states, not individuals acting as states. The event would spark a global debate about mega-philanthropy and the future of warfare. It would force the world to reconsider the rules of the global game. The most fascinating aspect is not just the money, but the technology Musk could bring. The Philippines would become a real-world laboratory for the future of warfare, powered by SpaceX, Starlink, and Tesla. Starlink would provide resilient, high-speed communications connecting every soldier, ship, and drone. SpaceX could launch military satellites and even use Starship for rapid logistics across the archipelago. Tesla's battery and AI tech could create silent, autonomous patrol boats and war machines. Swarms of self-driving drones could execute complex missions without direct human control. This fusion of commercial tech and military application would create a lean, agile, and superior force. The island nation would be defended by a military unlike any other. For now, this remains a tantalizing what-if. A scenario that feels both distant and strangely possible in our rapidly shifting world. There's no official confirmation from Musk or his companies, and no public statements to suggest this is more than speculation. But the fact that we're seriously contemplating this possibility shows how much the world has changed in just a few years. The boundaries between business, technology, and government are blurring in ways we've never seen before. Private fortunes now rival national economies, and technology gives individuals unprecedented reach, allowing a single person to influence the fate of entire nations or even regions. If it happens, it would mark the dawn of the billionaire state, where non-state actors conduct their own foreign policy, negotiating deals and shaping alliances outside traditional government channels. The Philippines could become a test case for a new model of national security, driven by partnership with a tech titan, and watched closely by the rest of the world for its outcomes and consequences. But this comes with risks, dependence on one man's fortunes and interests, and the uncertainty of what happens if those interests change or fortunes fade. This story is a parable for the 21st century, challenging our understanding of power and sovereignty, and forcing us to rethink who really holds influence in a connected world. Is Musk a modern-day hero arming the underdog, a visionary rewriting the rules, or the opening move in a new chaotic global rivalry that could spiral beyond anyone's control? The answer will define the geopolitical landscape for generations to come, shaping not just nations, but the very nature of power itself.